素晴らしい人格を持ち慈善活動といったフィールド内外での積極的な貢献を表彰するロベルト・クレメンテ賞。ドジャースからはムーキー・ベッツ選手がノミネートされました。そのベッツ選手が MLB ネットワークの番組にゲスト出演し、受賞の感想と、レポーターのハロルド・レイノルズ氏と、2016年から2年間レッドソックスで一緒にプレーをし、2018年にはエンゼルスに移籍し1年間大谷選手と共にプレーをしたクリス・ヤング氏から、今シーズン一緒にプレーしている大谷選手について、自身がホストを務める番組であるOnBaseについて聞かれ答えていました。
The great Mookie Betts, the Dodger nominee for the 2024 Roberto Clemente Award presented by Capital One, and Mookie kind enough to join us live on MLB Tonight. Mookie, congratulations when you got the call. It's a big deal. Sitting next to somebody that's won this award before, and Harold Reynolds, this is completely prestigious. And to get the call to say you were one of the 30 nominees, what did that mean to you?
It meant a lot. It really meant a lot. I mean, a lot of things I do are really kind of behind closed doors. I don't really do it for media. I just kind of do it from the goodness of my heart. And so sometimes when you're doing things like that, other people nowadays especially, it gets on camera somewhere. And so it's just good to be recognized, but I don't have to be.
Hey, Mook, we talked about so many community involvements. I get to vote on the Clemente Award since I won, and I always look at time given. I don't care about the money donated, things like that, but it's the time that that player puts in the community, and I see you doing that constantly. Talking about superpowers, I said this at trade deadline because you can play second, short, right, everywhere. It allows the Dodgers so much flexibility, and even center, you played there in the past. But I remember sitting with you, Shohei, and Freddie in spring training. Remember this? And we said,
oh, yeah.
Who's going to lead in all these categories? And you kept saying, Ohtani. So now that you've seen him, and you've played with him now for 6-7 months or so, I want to hear what you got to say about Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, what's crazy is CY had left us. CY, I don't remember what year he left us. I want to say it was like 17.
Mm-hmm.
And we came to Anaheim, and Show was new, and we talked to CY, and CY was like, man, he's the real deal. Like, from the other side, we're like, I mean, yeah, he's good, but is he really that good? And CY was like, man, he is the real deal. And like getting to see him each and every day, like CY was right, man, he is the real deal. I mean, every day. I mean, he shows up, he gets his work in, and well, I haven't got to see him pitch yet, so I'll be on the same side. So I'm really, that's going to be a national holiday when he does get to pitch. But anyways, just getting to see him hit, I mean, he is the real. There's
What's
no
he
holes.
do that's so different than everybody else?
Nothing. He's just better than everybody else. That's the thing. Like, I mean, like, I work. I mean, I pride myself in working hard. Like, I work hard, and he doesn't break a sweat, and he's better than me. Like, head over heels better than me. So, I mean, it's just sometimes you're just blessed, and that man is blessed for sure.
Well, listen, we are blessed to have you as a guest. You're always one of our favorite guests, but you're also becoming a media powerhouse in your own right. You've got a podcast that is must-see TV. You get guys to just relax, and you sit on the couch, you chat with them. We're looking at all of these guests you've had on OnBase with Mookie Betts, and it's so fun to watch. Of all the guests you've had, who's been the most interesting? Was there ever a moment you're like, holy smokes, I didn't know that? Did you have a moment with
you know what? I would say probably the most interesting person I've done so far is probably Zach Gallen with the Diamondbacks. And because he has this presence on the mound, you don't really know whether to like him or not. Like, you don't know, because he's got the straight face, doesn't show a whole lot of emotion and whatnot, unless it's a big spot. But then you get to know him, man. He's awesome, dude. He loves Jays, and he loves just outdoor. He just is a super dope dude, and he's really interesting because he's really complex. And so he's probably one of the ones that I had the most fun with. But obviously everyone on there, it's getting to know everyone is amazing, and you get this brotherhood that you create playing this game that, I mean, are going to last a lifetime. And I feel like each and every person I've sat down with, I'll be able to here in 20, 30 years when we're coming back to games, just watching games, I'll be able to say, you know, those are my boys, and we'll be able to dap up.
And that's what I love so much about the show. It's just players talking to players, and you really get that clubhouse feel of creating those relationships with each other and telling those stories. But I'm just going to finish it off with baseball, man. You've played in some big market cities, played in Boston with big expectations, now playing here in LA as one of the veterans with big expectations. How can you compare the two sides as far as being the young player that's expecting to win the World Series and being the veteran guy that everybody's expecting to win the World Series?
You know, it's tough to say. I mean, it's obviously a blessing to have that pressure, because that's what you play for, to win. But you know, J. Cole has that song called Middle Child, and I feel like that's me. You know, I was the young guy, but I'm not the old guy yet. I'm right in the middle, and so I'm trying to lose the expectations of the young guy and kind of gaining the expectations of the veteran. And so I don't know where I'm at yet, but I do know there's a lot of expectations, and that's a blessing to have. And you know, that's why we play the game, to win. And you know, we'll see how things shake out.
What a year for Mookie Betts, the Dodgers nominee for the 2024 Roberto Clemente Award presented by Capital One. Congratulations once again, and we really appreciate your time, Mookie. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, guys. See y'all later.
ベッツ選手は素晴らしいアスリートであるだけではなく、慈善事業にも積極的に取り組み社会へ貢献する人格者であることと、大谷選手についてもとても謙虚な目で見ていることが改めて分かりました。自身の番組でもあるOnBaseでのゲストについても一番面白い選手ではザック・ギャレン投手を挙げていたのが意外で驚きました。同じ地区で何度も対戦している選手とフィールド以外の場所でリラックスして会うとまた違う感じがあったのかもしれません。いつか大谷選手もゲストで出演するといいですね。引き続きドジャースの勝利のため活躍を期待します。